Alright, welcome back. So this is the Seiko SPB463J1 from their Presage Classic series. It's a mechanical watch and it retails for £900 at the time of making this video. It's got a warm white color dial, also known as the Shiro in Japanese, with a date function at the 3 o'clock position. The main reason why I got this watch is because it's got a vintage retro look. So the style is from the 1970s. The watch has got an accuracy of -15 stroke plus 25 seconds per day. What this actually means is it's not 100% accurate in terms of time because it's a mechanical watch. It's not battery powered. Battery powered watches are usually 100% accurate, whereas a mechanical watch isn't, if that makes sense. It's automatic and it works on its own. But then at the same time, that's the beauty of it. And that's why they're usually more expensive and a lot of people are more interested in them. It's just the whole movement and all of those things are the reason why a lot of people are interested in buying them. So because it's a mechanical watch, the second hand is either going to be -15 seconds slower or plus 25 seconds faster during the day. So if the actual time is say 12 p.m, it's going to be 12.25 seconds earlier as opposed to like a normal time, if that makes sense. It's got a caliber of 6R55. What that means is the movement of the watch. So if you flip the watch upside down, the back of the watch has got a see-through case from which you can see, and if you look closer you would notice a lot of movement and components inside the watch that make up the watch. This particular movement and component is what's called the 6R55. The best way to understand this, it's like the engine model of a car. So the 6R55 is a reliable mid-range mechanical movement that is made by Seiko, if that makes sense. Movement type is automatic with manual winding. As earlier mentioned, the watch is a mechanical watch and so it's automatic. The only thing you need to do is wear the watch. So as long as you're wearing the watch and you're mobile and you're moving around, it automatically powers itself. However, if it's stationary, if it's placed in one place for a long time, what's going to happen is the watch slows down and might even stop working because there's no motion, and so you can actually power it back by basically winding the crown, you know, or just simply wearing it. It should work because of the golden rotor that spins as you walk around with the watch, if that makes sense. Power reserve of 72 hours. Now essentially what this means is when the watch stops working and you wind it, it can last up to 72 hours, which is equivalent to 3 days. Let's say you've got like several watches and you hardly wear this, and maybe the last time you wore it was a week ago, then obviously it would last up to 3 days. After 3 days, you would have to wind it again, if that makes sense. Now, there are 24 synthetic ruby bearings inside the movement of the watch, which help to reduce friction between the moving parts of the watch. And this makes the movement of the watch last longer and runs smoother. Alright, so that's about the interior part of the watch. Let's get into the exterior. So the case material, the body of the watch, is made with stainless steel. So it's got a super hard coating on it to make it more scratch resistant. The strap or bracelet is also designed with short links similar to a style from the 1970s. This was done to make the bracelet more flexible and comfortable to wear. Deployment clasp with push button release. The clasp is this thing right here that enables you to open the watch if you need to wear it, and also to snap it short so it can fit perfectly into your wrist to keep it secure. That way it doesn't slip off from your wrist or fall off by accident, if that makes sense. You could also have the short links adjusted if it doesn't fit. So for example, when I wore it for the first time, it didn't really fit, so the salesman reduced about 2 or 4 of the short links for the watch to fit perfectly. Now, with a case diameter, thickness, length and lug width of 40.2, 13.46 and 20.0 millimeter respectively, you've got a good mid-sized watch that's not too big or too small for most wrists. The only problem that you might have is if you've got a really slim wrist, you might find the case diameter a little bit too wide. I do have a slim wrist. That's why I was a bit skeptical about buying it online. So luckily for me, they've got a store here in London, so I actually went in there. But if you've got a slim wrist, then I'd suggest you go in store if they've got one where you live to check it out first before you go ahead and buy the watch. The watch has also got a water resistance of 10 bar. 10 bar basically means that the watch is water resistant up to 100 meters. In other words, you can wear the watch to swim or to shower, but you can't wear the watch to dive like in deep waters. It's also okay if it's raining and there's a little bit of water on the watch. That's not a problem. So basically the watch is not waterproof but water resistant, if that makes sense. Crystal coating with anti-reflective coating. So basically the glass of the watch has got a special coating on the inside to help reduce glare. For example, for some watches, if they're exposed to light, you can't really tell the time. However, because this watch was coated with anti-reflective coating, you would be able to see the inside of the watch regardless of light reflection, if that makes sense. Now, the name or type of this sun is so much, I don't know, it's just coming directly on my face. The name or type of the crystal coating that was used is called sapphire. So sapphire crystals are actually known for their extreme hardness and resistance to scratches. The watch also comes with a 3-year warranty. So if you decide to get the watch and for some reason it stops working or it's not working properly, you could either get it repaired or get a new one basically for free. So that's a good thing. I'm going to test it out over the next few months and come up with a full review. So if you want to see that, subscribe to the channel. Alright, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.